Grade 9 is Matter Around a Sphere, Part 2, Questions and Answers. Question number 1. What is mixture? Answer. A mixture is a substance which consists of two or more elements or compounds not chemically combined together. Example: soil, air. Question number 2. What are the two types of mixtures? Answer. Depending upon the nature of the components of mixture, they can be classified as homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Question number 3. What is homogeneous mixture? Answer. A mixture in which the components are uniformly distributed throughout is called homogeneous mixture. The components of the mixture cannot be seen with the naked eyes. There is only one phase of matter observed in a homogeneous mixture. Example: air. Question number 4. What is heterogeneous mixture? Answer. A mixture that does not have a uniform composition, that means it has visible boundaries of separation between its constituents, is called heterogeneous mixture. The components of the mixture can be seen with naked eyes. Example: sugar and salt mixture, muddy water. Question number 5. Difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture, it has a uniform composition. Heterogeneous mixture has a non-uniform composition. Homogeneous mixture has only one phase. Heterogeneous mixture has two or more phases. Homogeneous mixture can't be separated out physically, but heterogeneous mixture can be separated out physically. Homogeneous means the same, hetero means different. Homogeneous mixture, example: a mixture of alcohol and water. Heterogeneous mixture, example: a mixture of sodium chloride and sand. Question number 6. The seawater can be classified as a homogeneous as well as heterogeneous mixture. Comment. Answer. The seawater can be classified as a homogeneous mixture because it contains dissolved salts in it. It may be called heterogeneous mixture as it contains various insoluble components like sand, microbes, decayed parts of plants, etc. Question number 7. What is meant by a substance? Answer: a kind of matter that cannot be separated into other kinds of matter by any physical process is known as a substance. Question number 8. State one difference between pure and impure substances. Answer: pure substance contains only one kind of particles. All the elements and compounds are pure substances. Impure substance is one which contains two or more different kinds of particles. All the mixtures are impure substances. Question number 9. What is a solution? Answer: a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances is called a solution. Solution is also called true solution. Example: salt solution, lemonade. Question number 10. What are the two main components of a solution? Explain. Answer: the two main components of a solution are: 1. Solvent. The component of the solution that dissolves the other component in it is called the solvent. 2. Solute. The component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent is called the solute. Example: in a salt solution, salt is the solute and water is the solvent. Question number 11. How can we classify a solution as dilute, concentrated or saturated? Answer: we can classify a solution as dilute, concentrated or saturated on the basis of the amount of solute dissolved in the solution. Question number 12. What is tincture of iodine? What is solute and solvent in tincture of iodine? Answer: solution of iodine in alcohol is known as tincture of iodine. It has iodine as the solute and alcohol as the solvent. Question number 13. What is meant by unsaturated solution? Answer: if the amount of solute contained in a solution is less than the saturated level is called unsaturated solution. Question number 14. What is meant by concentration of a solution? Answer: the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution is known as concentration of a solution. Question number 15. Explain the properties of a solution. Answer: properties of a solution are as follows. 1. A solution is a homogeneous mixture. 2. the particles of a solution are smaller than 1 nm in diameter, so they cannot be seen by naked eyes. 3. Due to very small particles, they do not scatter a beam of light passing through the solution. Therefore, the path of the light is not visible in a solution. 4. A solution is stable, so the solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed. The solute particles cannot be separated from filtration. Question number 16. How can we change a saturated solution to unsaturated solution without adding any solvent in it? Answer: by heating the saturated solution, it will change to unsaturated solution. Question number 17. Sucrose crystals obtained from sugar cane and beetroot are mixed together. Will it be a pure substance or a mixture? Give reason. Answer: it is a pure substance because chemical composition of sugar crystals is same irrespective of its source. Question number 18. What is the mass percentage of a solution? Answer: the mass percentage of a solution is the amount of solute in grams present in 100 grams of the solution. Question number 19. A solution is prepared by adding 50 gram of sugar in 100 gram of water. Calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of solution. Answer: mass of sugar equals 50 gram, mass of water 100 gram, total mass of the solution equals mass of sugar plus mass of water equals 100 gram plus 50 gram equals 150 gram. So the percentage of concentration of sugar in solution equals 50 divided by 150 into 100 equals 33.33 grams. Question number 20. What are alloys? Answer: alloys are homogeneous mixtures of two or more metals or a metal and a non-metal and cannot be separated into their components by physical methods. Question number 21. Why gold is alloyed with copper or silver for the making of ornaments? Answer: gold is a soft metal and can easily change its shape with a little force. Therefore, it is not suitable for making ornaments. But when it is alloyed with copper or silver, the gold becomes harder and stronger and its brittleness decreases and becomes suitable for making ornaments. Question number 22. What are the properties of suspension? Answer. Properties of a suspension are as follows. 1. It is a heterogeneous mixture. 2. Its particles can be seen by naked eyes. 3. Its particles scatter beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. Tyndall effect. 4. The solute particles settle down when a suspension is left undisturbed. 5. They can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. Question number 23. What are the properties of a colloid? Answer. Properties of a colloid are as follows. 1. It is a heterogeneous mixture. 2. The size of its particles are too small to be individually seen by naked eyes. 3. Its particles scatter beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. 4. The particles do not settle down when a colloid is left undisturbed. The colloids are quite stable. 5. They cannot be separated by the process of filtration. They get separated by a special technique called centrifugation. Question number 24. Differentiate between a true solution and a colloid. True solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. In true solution, the size of the particles is less than 1 nanometer. In colloids, the range of particle size is between 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. True solution is always transparent. Colloid is translucent. In true solution, the particles cannot be seen even with a microscope. Colloids, the particles can be seen with a microscope. True solution does not show Tyndall effect, but colloid shows Tyndall effect. Question number 25. Give reasons. A. Path of beam of light is not visible through a true solution. B. Particles of suspension can be seen with the naked eyes. Answer. Path of beam of light is not visible through a true solution because particles of a true solution are not large enough to scatter light. B. Path of beam of light is visible through a suspension because particle size of suspension is greater than 100 nanometer, so they can be seen with the naked eyes. Question number 26. Why do sky appear blue? Answer. The blue color of sky is due to scattering of light by fine dust particles, Tyndall effect, which are present in the atmosphere. Question number 27. Explain how Tyndall effect can be observed when sunlight passes through the canopy of dense forest. Answer. This is because in the forest mist contains tiny droplets of water which act as particles of colloid dispersed in air. Question number 28. Explain why particles of a colloidal solution do not settle down when left undisturbed, while in the case of suspension they do. Answer. Particle size in a suspension is larger than those in a colloidal solution. Also, molecular interaction in a suspension is not strong enough to keep the particles suspended, and hence they settle down. Question number 29. What is meant by dispersed phase and dispersion medium? Answer. The solute-like component or the dispersed particles in a colloid forms dispersed phase. The component in which the dispersed phase is suspended is known as the dispersing medium. Question number 30. Identify the dispersed phase and dispersion medium of the following colloid. 1. Fog. 2. Cheese. 3. Colored gemstone. Answer. 1. Fog. Dispersed phase liquid. Dispersion medium gas. Cheese. Dispersed phase liquid. Dispersion medium solid. 3. Colored gemstone. Dispersed phase is solid. Dispersion medium solid. Question number 31. How can we separate heterogeneous mixtures? Answer. We can separate heterogeneous mixtures by simple physical methods like hand picking, sieving and filtration. Question number 32. How can we obtain colored component dye from blue or black ink? Answer. By method of evaporation. We can separate dye solid from liquid solvent, and by chromatography method we can separate components of the dye. Question number 33. What is crystallization? Where is it used? Why is crystallization method considered better than simple evaporation to purify solids? Answer: crystallization is a process that separates a pure solid in the form of crystals from its solution. It is used to purify solids. For example, salt from seawater is purified using crystallization. It is a better technique than simple evaporation because A. Some solid may decompose or get charred on heating to dryness during evaporation. B. On evaporation, some of the impurities still remain dissolved in the solution. Question number 34. What is centrifugation, and give it the applications of centrifugation? Answer: it is a process in which colloidal solution is rotated in centrifugal machine at high speed so that denser particles are forced at the bottom and the lighter stay at the top when spun rapidly. This process is used to separate two immiscible liquids. Application: used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine tests, used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream, used in washing machines to squeeze out water from wet clothes. Question number 35. Write a method to separate mixture of salt and ammonium chloride. Answer: a mixture of salt and ammonium chloride can be separated by the process of sublimation, the process by which the change of gaseous state directly to solid state without going through liquid state. Method: take mixture of ammonium chloride and salt in a china dish covered with a glass funnel in an inverted position. The upper end of the funnel must be closed with a cotton plug. As mixture is heated, ammonium chloride gets released in the form of gas and gets collected in the funnel, whereas the salt remains in the dish. Question number 36. What is chromatography? What are its various applications? Answer: chromatography is a technique used for the separation of those solutes that dissolve in the same solvent. The separation of different components of a mixture is dependent upon their different solubilities in the same solvent. Its various applications are: A. It is used to separate different colors in dye. B. It is used to separate pigments from natural color. C. It is used to separate drugs from blood. Question number 37. How will you separate dyes in black ink using chromatography? Explain it with the help of a diagram. Answer. Take a thin strip of filter paper and draw a line on it using a pencil approximately 3 cm above the lower edge. Put a small drop of ink at the center of the line and let it dry. Lower the filter paper into the glass jar containing water in such a way that the ink drop remains just above the water level. Leave it undisturbed. The water rises up in the filter paper. The colored component that is more soluble in water rises faster, and in this way the colors get separated. Question number 38. What is fractional distillation? How is it different from simple distillation? Answer. Fractional distillation is a process that separates the component of a mixture containing two miscible liquids having difference in boiling points less than 25 Kelvin. Simple distillation is the method using to separate substances in mixtures with significantly different boiling points, while fractional distillation is used for mixtures containing chemicals with boiling points close to each other. Fractional distillation will use additional equipment called the fractionating column, while the simple distillation will not need that equipment. Question number 39. How can we obtain different gases from air? Answer. By increasing the pressure, the air can be compressed. The compressed air is allowed to cool by decreasing its temperature, and the air gets liquefied. The liquefied air is allowed warm up slowly in a fractional distillation column, where gases get separated at different heights depending upon their boiling point. Question number 40. How can we separate copper sulphate from an impure solution? Answer. Take some impure sample of copper sulphate in a china dish. Dissolve it in minimum amount of water. Filter the impurities out. Evaporate water from copper sulphate solution so as to get a saturated solution. Cover the solution with a filter paper and leave it undisturbed at room temperature for a day. The crystals of copper sulphate will form in the china dish. Question number 41. What are the various processes used in water works for purification? Answer. The various processes used in water works for purification are: 1. Sedimentation to remove suspended solids. 2. Loading with alum to remove small particles like clay present in the colloidal state. Particles like clay are neutralized by alum and are coagulated at the bottom of the tank. 3. filtration to remove dissolved solids by passing the water through filtration tank which possess 3 layers. Coarse gravel at bottom, fine gravel at middle and fine sand at the top act as filters. 4. Chlorination to kill bacteria. Filtered water is treated with bleaching powder to kill bacteria. The pure water is then supplied to homes. Question number 42. Define physical change and its properties. Answer: those changes which involve transformation of state and does not change composition and chemical nature of the substance are called physical changes. Example: melting of wax, mixing of iron filling, a sulfur. Properties of physical changes are as follows. No new substance is formed. 2. Components can be separated by physical methods. 3. Components retain their properties. 4. Physical change is reversible. Question number 43. Define chemical change and its properties. Answer: it is a change in which one substance reacts with another substance to undergo a change in chemical composition. Chemical change brings change in the chemical properties of matter and gets new substances. Example: rusting of iron, growing of child. Properties of chemical change are as follows. 1. One or more new substances are formed. 2. The properties of new substances are different from the original components. 3. Components cannot be separated by physical methods but can be separated by chemical methods. 4. Chemical change is irreversible. Question number 44. What are the types of pure substances? Answer: on the basis of their chemical composition, substances can be classified as elements and compounds. Question number 45. What are elements? Answer: an element is a basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simple substances by chemical reactions. Elements are pure substances. Question number 46. What are the types of elements? Answer: elements can be divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Question number 47. What are metals and mention their properties? Answer: a metal is an element that is malleable, ductile, sonorous and conduct heat and electricity. Example: gold, copper. Properties of metals are as follows. 1. They have a luster, means shine. 2. They conduct heat and electricity. 3. They are ductile, sonorous and malleable. 4. They have silvery grey or golden yellow color. Question number 48. Name a metal which is a liquid. Answer. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Question number 49. What are the properties of nonmetals? Answer. Properties of nonmetals are as follows. 1. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity. 2. They display a variety of colors. 3. They are not lustrous, sonorous and malleable. Question number 50. Name a non-metal which is a liquid. Answer. Bromine is a non-metal which is a liquid. Question number 51. What are metalloids? Give examples. Answer. Elements having intermediate properties between those metals and non-metals are called metalloids. Example: boron, silicon. Question number 52. What are compounds? Give examples. Answer. A compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. Example: water, methane, carbon dioxide. Question number 53. Distinguish between compounds and mixtures. Compounds. The components of a compound combine in fixed ratio. Mixture. The components of a mixture combined in any ratio. Elements combine chemically to form a compound. In mixture, chemical reaction does not take place during its formation. Compound is homogeneous in nature. Mixture is heterogeneous or homogeneous in nature. In compounds, components cannot be separated by physical methods. In mixture, components can be separated by physical methods. In compound, their properties are different from their components. In mixture, their properties are similar to their components. Question number 54. Why brass is considered as a mixture, not a compound? Answer. Brass is a mixture and not a compound because in compound the elements should be in definite proportions and the elements are chemically bonded to each other. Whereas in brass the two elements copper and zinc are not in definite proportions. They can mix in any ratio and there is no chemical bonding between them. Question number 55. Is water an element or a compound? Give reason. Answer. Water has fixed boiling point. In water, hydrogen combines with oxygen in fixed proportions. The physical and chemical properties of hydrogen and oxygen are entirely different from the properties of water. It cannot be separated by any physical process. So, water is a compound. Question number 56. What happens when iron fillings are heated with sulfur at high temperature? Answer. Iron sulphide is formed. Fe iron plus sulfur S equals FeS ferrous sulphate, iron sulphate. Question number 57. Name a solvent in which sulfur is soluble. Answer. Carbon disulfide is a solvent in which sulfur is soluble. Question number 58. What happens when dilute sulfuric acid is added to mixture of iron fillings and sulfur powder? Answer. Hydrogen gas is formed because iron reacts with the sulfuric acid to form ferrous sulphate and hydrogen gas. Question number 59. What is the difference between the smell of hydrogen sulphide and hydrogen gas? Answer. Hydrogen sulphide is a foul smelling gas having smell of rotten eggs, whereas hydrogen is colorless, odorless gas. Question number 60. Why are silicon and germanium metalloids? Answer. Silicon and germanium show the properties of both metals as well as non-metals, therefore called metalloids.